If you've spent much time building projects, repairing things, or working around the house, you've probably had a love-hate relationship with Phillips screws. Sometimes they work perfectly. The driver drops into the screw, everything stays engaged, and the job goes smoothly. Other times, the driver slips, the screw head gets damaged, and before long, you're saying words that probably shouldn't be repeated on a family-friendly channel. Today, we're going to look at why Phillips screws keep stripping, why Phillips drivers wear out so quickly. Let's start with something most of us have experienced. You're in the middle of a project. Maybe it's a shelf, a fence, a deck, or a shop project. You bought a box of screws and a couple of number 2 Phillips bits. Everything starts out fine. Then the bit starts slipping occasionally. A few screws later, it's slipping more often. Before long, you're pushing harder, leaning into the drill, and damaging screw heads. The frustrating part is, the bit doesn't look worn out. It still looks usable. That's one of the biggest problems with Phillips drivers. They are often worn out long before they look worn out. The edges round off slightly. The fit becomes a little looser. The driver doesn't engage the screw quite as well as it did when it was new. The change is gradual, so most of us don't notice it happening. Instead of replacing the bit, we keep using it. After all, nobody wants to make that drive back to the hardware store. That second trip costs time, gas, and money. We tell ourselves the bit still looks fine, so we keep pushing through. Now let's look at the screw itself. The Phillips design uses angled walls inside the recess. Those angled walls help center the driver in the screw. That's one reason Phillips screws became so popular. They are easy to find and easy to engage. The problem is, those same angled walls create a side effect. As torque increases, the angled surfaces try to push the driver back out of the screw. The harder the driver pushes against those ramps, the more upward force is created. That's why the driver suddenly slips out, even when you're applying pressure. This action is commonly called cam out. Whether you remember that term or not isn't important. What's important is understanding that the geometry of the Phillips screw is actually encouraging the driver to climb out when the load gets high enough. Once that slipping starts, damage begins. The driver damages the screw. The damaged screw damages the driver. Then the worn driver damages the next screw even faster. It's a cycle that feeds itself. One worn bit can ruin a surprising number of screws. If you look closely at a stripped Phillips screw, you'll often see that the corners inside the recess have become rounded over. Those sharp edges are where much of the driving force is transferred. Once they're damaged, the driver has less area to grab. Less grip means more slipping. More slipping means even more damage. The condition of the driver matters just as much. A brand new bit fits tightly into the screw recess. A worn bit may look almost identical to the naked eye, but the fit has changed. That tiny amount of wear can make a huge difference when torque increases. This is why some projects seem to eat driver bits. Long screws are especially hard on Phillips drivers. Driving a long screw into wood requires a lot of torque. Every time the bit starts to climb out and slips, the wear accelerates. By the end of a large project, a bit that looked new at the start may already be approaching retirement. Not all screws behave the same way either. You may have noticed that some Phillips screws feel like they fit the driver perfectly, while others seem sloppy from the very beginning. Part of that comes from manufacturing tolerances. Part comes from coatings. Many screws are zinc-plated, phosphate-coated, painted, or treated for corrosion resistance. Those coatings can slightly affect the shape of the recess. The screw may still be called a number 2 Phillips, but the fit can vary from one screw to another. That's why you can pick up one screw and think the driver fits beautifully, then grab another screw from a different box and wonder what went wrong. The quality of the driver also plays a role. Better drivers usually have more precise geometry, better seal, and better heat treatment. They tend to fit better and last longer, that's true. However, even the best Phillips driver is still a Phillips driver. Eventually it wears. Eventually it slips. Eventually it reaches the point where replacing it is cheaper than fighting it. One thing I've noticed over the years is that many people keep worn Phillips drivers far longer than they should. We understand that sandpaper wears out. We understand that utility knife blades get dull. We understand that drill bits lose their edge. For some reason, we don't always apply that same thinking to Phillips drivers. Instead, we keep them in the toolbox because they aren't visibly broken. The reality is that Phillips bits are consumable items. They have a useful life. Once the fit starts deteriorating, performance drops quickly. Another interesting thing is how many problems get blamed on the screw when the driver is actually the problem. A person may complain that a screw stripped easily, but the driver they've been using has already driven hundreds of screws. The screw never really had a fair chance. On the other hand, sometimes the screw is the problem. Cheap screws, poorly formed recesses, heavy coatings, and soft materials can all contribute to stripping. The relationship goes both ways.
You can love them or you can hate them. The fact is, Phillips screws are not going away anytime soon. Understanding how they work, understanding how they fail, can save you a lot of aggravation in your shop. That's what shop proving is all about. Thank you for watching. I got more to come soon. And this time I don't have a big mess in the shop. So I got to get started on the next video. Talk to you soon.